There are two main reasons why I blasted out 99 Thieving. The first, I need GP for early construction levels. The construction levels will allow me to move around the game much faster. Each new transportation unlock will help even more in the long run as I progress in the account, and the earlier the better. The second reason is for Herblore. During the early game UIM Herblore grind, you can take a few different paths. You can get your combat up and go bossing for Herblore seeds, you can train your Slayer up to get the Herblore seeds, or you can train your skills up and get the seeds. Personally, I don't think it's as efficient to train your combat up without Slayer, so I'm gonna scratch early game PVM until Slayer is a bit higher. I also don't think it's efficient to train Slayer in the early game because it is the slowest stat when the skill is low. So instead of that, when you're training other stats, you can let Tears of Guthix go into Slayer. This does mean that Slayer is going to take a long time before I'm actually training it, excluding if I decide to get the rune pouch or not. That leaves skilling to get the herb seeds. 99 Thieving will allow me to pickpocket master farmers for the first set of seeds. There is another skill that is great for early game construction experience and Herblore experience though. That is Firemaking. I held off on doing Wintertodt until now because I wanted to maximize the amount of herb seeds that I get from the Wintertodt grind. Ideally you'd want 99 farming, but I don't think that's realistic and I can't wait that long. I also realized that early game construction experience is much more valuable than early game Herblore experience because really all you're doing Herblore for is the staminas, and that kind of takes a long time to get. This is the early game UIM Wintertodt grind. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 12. There we go, 54 farming. Now I can do the Bologano fruit, which will be a good bit more experience per hour, so we're gonna do that. And I also got 54 points, which is pretty good. All right, got a perfect run, 100 of these fruits, and get to see the experience drop. It's gonna be freaking awesome. 21,140 experience. Whew, that's level 55, guys. All right, another run of 100 fruits. I thought I could have sworn that I lost one of them, but it must have been like on the exact tick. But yeah, level 56. So I'm very close to level 57 actually. So now I can grow quorum, so I'll be able to take that out of my bag. There we go, level 58. Can do white lilies now. Boom, 59 farming. Can do whiteberry bushes now. There we go, level 60 farming. Oh, beautiful. I can now plant yew trees. That's awesome. All right, got a solid 100 there, and that is level 61 farming, which is the level for snapegrass, which is awesome because I have a ton of snapegrass, and also I just need one more game of completion. Hopefully I can get 95 fruits from it, and then, hey buddy, little squirrel. And that'll also, I believe, be, yeah, it'll be level 62, and also will be the seed box, which is awesome, and then I can start working on firemaking. All right, here we go. The last 100 fruit deposited, and that is level 62 farming. Ooh! I didn't even realize that that was a level for snapdragons. That's so good because I have some snapdragons in my looting bag that I'm going to have to get rid of. But I'm going to buy the seed box right here. Beautiful. This is going to be the first yew that I have planted on the account. I don't have, payment for these, so hopefully they grow, but, first one planted. Beautiful. 63 farming. The reason why I grabbed that real quickly is because I'm about to go to Wintertodt, but the higher the farming level, the better seeds you're going to get when you open the loot crate. All right, so I did one round on World 309 just to kind of get a taste of kind of like what the hit point, the hit splats and stuff are going to be. It's going to be like, going to hit me for 12s and stuff. So I'll have to get used to it, but I do want to do solo. This is my first crate. It was only like 500 or 600 points or something like that, so I'm going to open it. And some teak logs, so... Okay, that was pretty sketch at the end. I really thought I was going to die. Earlier, I actually teleported out with like 2,500 points. So, also, there's kind of a weird thing going on here where I can't see the floor. like it's see-through and I see everything underneath, so I don't know what's going on with that. So I just got like 13.7k points in that game, so it was a little over the maximum, but it's nice to know that I can actually go all the way to the 13,500, which is the cap. I believe there was an update where you can still open it. Yeah, I think I can open it anyways, and then anything else will just drop on the ground. Well, there's level 75, Firemaking. I've been here for a good enough amount of time to know how to do the skill, what's kind of like the best way for me to do it. A couple of guides mentioned to do solo Wintertodt and then also to fletch in between ticks and that sort of thing. But the issue with that is they mentioned that fletching is not a passive skill for Ironman, although I would argue that it is because you can do broad arrows or broad bolts, or honestly anything really, any fletching in between other skills. Therefore, I tested a little bit with just the Firemaking, so not fletching any of these logs, and it is anywhere from 10 to 20% faster for Firemaking experience, which is awesome. And a side product for that is it's more woodcutting experience per hour as well, because you're cutting more logs to get the points and cutting more logs to get the Firemaking XP, as opposed to fletching them and getting a higher amount per log, if that makes sense. And then also I'm getting higher construction experience per hour as well when I moved over to just doing the Firemaking. I think that has something to do with the burner being on. Basically, the downtime of the brazier is less when you're just straight putting the logs in. Therefore, he has more time to smash when you're here, which means you can, obviously you're not all the way over here, so you're not going to run over here just to fix it and then run all the way back. But since you're here, he tends to smash it a little bit more. And also, it doesn't affect the energy itself as long as you make sure that either the pyromancer is actually dead when your fire is lit. He will not attack the Wintertodt. So, like, he's going to die right now, but there's not going to be any more green balls going through here once he dies. The issue is if he dies and then the fire goes out, then you can't light the fire again. But it's not too big of a deal because he dies pretty frequently, so that it doesn't throw too many of these green acid shots into the Wintertodt. So it's either that or have your fire not burning. Of course, you want your fire burning for you to throw in your logs so you can always get Firemaking XP. But when you're over here, it's not a big deal because you just basically want to bobble the Wintertodt's energy between 4 and 6%. That way you don't get hit as much. Unfortunately, I have to use Karambwan because they heal 18, and I do get hit for a fair amount at this place because I'm 55 HP. But I just do a trip. That way I get 13,500 points every single time. It does take about an hour for a full run, not fletching, but only 50 minutes while fletching. But the thing is, your experience is less. So you do get more rewards, but you get less experience. So if you do want more rewards, you want faster rewards, then you will want to fletch. But if you want faster experience, then you want to do the firelighting. It's definitely an improvement. I like it. I'm going to continue doing this because fletching is a passive skill for Ironman unless you're a level 3. I think that's why it was in his guide, because he is a level 3 ultimate Ironman. Oh, well, there's 55 construction as well, which is awesome. There we go, 62 woodcutting. So basically, I just kind of want to explain how I go through the end process when I open all this stuff. So basically, unless it's something that I'm actually going to use and it makes sense efficiency-wise, like maple logs, doesn't make sense for me to fletch those because fletching is passive. Oak logs, again, really doesn't make any sense. Yew logs, those make sense because I can use those for birdhouse runs eventually. I can't use them right now, but eventually I can, and that'll be a nice quick way instead of going to chop the yews every single time. Rod swordfish, I mean, those would be nice, but I don't have enough inventory slots for them right now. I'll show you my looting bag in a minute. I am keeping all of the grimy herbs. That might be a mistake because some of them not really gonna actually use because the secondaries just take too long to get. Raw salmon, again, not going to use them. Mahogany logs, I am using these potentially for construction. Not 100% sure. Teak logs, I do want to try that out, see if it's good for construction. Obviously, get to a bank. Basically, we're looking like down the road where maybe I have a couple thousand of them. And I have the crafting cape so I can use a bank pretty quickly and then just teleport to my house. So that will be a nice method if I can just get a bunch of noted ones. The coal, I don't think I am getting coal because you can just purchase coal from the blast furnace and it's pretty cheap. So I'm not going to use those. Silver, nope, don't need them. Watermelon seeds, I am farming those. And then Avanto. So, and then limestone, I don't think I need that. You can buy it pretty easily. So basically, that's it. All this stuff is going to be in my looting bag, but for the gems, I do go to the bank chest and cut them really quickly, and then I drop them. And then just throw all this stuff into the looting bag. After that, I will teleport outside my house, and my house is located in Brimhaven. Basically do something like this. Now you can do it like this where you hold 2. That's good. Usually I will go back and get more cromblons, but I think I can get away with cakes for the rest of my inventory, and then buy a bunch of these guys cakes. Well, you can only buy 3, but I'm gonna take the rest. Thank you. Coin Wars, teleport. Because right now I only have 16 run energy, and it's you know, we want to have 100 when we go back to Wintertodt because it takes pretty much all the energy to get him down to the 20% health that we want to get him to, or the 6 to 8%. You can really only get him to like, I don't know, 15% when you're at when you go down to one of the burners. So that's pretty much it. I mean, you see, I'm still 180k, so it dropped down a decent bit, but you know, overall not too bad. Whoa! I just got 4 U seeds. Boom! 65 farming. That is the mid tier in the farming guild, and also the Hespori. All the yew trees that I just planted were done, which is awesome, and I just planted 3 more. So farming is definitely one of the skills I thought was gonna be slow on this this type of account, but it actually isn't. It's one of my higher stats, which is freaking awesome. Finally got myself my first teak seed, almost level 83 in firemaking, and I got the first teak seed, so I'm gonna plant that. So I got my first quote-unquote piece of pyromancer outfit, even though it's technically not. They are still warm gloves, so I'm gonna switch over to those instead of the clue hunter gloves, just because. But technically they are not part of the set, so it doesn't get me any bonuses, unfortunately. And I ended that game kind of early, so I was just not paying attention on that one. But yeah, so we're about halfway to 84 firemaking, and so I've gotten 3 bruma torches and 1 pair of gloves, so unfortunately pretty unlucky in that respect, but I've gotten a lot of seeds, so I'm not complaining. I honestly am not complaining at all. My friends, I just got 85 firemaking, and I move around so much in this minigame that I didn't catch the actual level, but there it is, 337,000 experience until level 86. So we're just gonna keep grinding. I have gotten my first piece of pyromancer clothing. It is the garb. What level was that? 85. So I'm going to destroy, unfortunately, this. I like the look of that better, actually, than this garb. This garb is pretty freaking ugly. But, actually, that was a lot of mithril ore. Alright, so I'll get back to it. Oh, hell yeah. Just got another piece. Although, hate to get rid of this bear hood. I kind of like it. But the pyromancer is a lot lighter, which is awesome. And then I got another pair of warm gloves, which I'm going to hand in for another crate. And that's a bunch of dynamite, which I'm not using. So yeah, that is 66 farming, which is freaking awesome. I'm loving these U-seeds that I'm getting from Wintertodt. It's freaking awesome. Wow, we are 3 for 3 loot crates. That is the pyromancer robe, which are the legs, and I can destroy these clue hunter the legs are weight 2 kilograms, and these legs are 0.18 kilograms. So we save ourselves almost 2 kilograms, which is going to be phenomenal when starting the game. This is actually the best I could have asked for because I want to wear the boots of lightness for as long as possible because they give me the negative 4.5. So if we look, we're only like 5 kilograms, which is freaking amazing. Here's a U-seed. So we're going to get ready for the next game, and 4 in a freaking row, excluding the one that my computer actually shut off on itself. So I lost like 6,000 points. So I guess I am going to drop the boots of lightness. I don't need anything in there. And then we got another set of gloves, which I'm going to turn in right now. Get another crate, open that, and 3 quarms. So that's pretty good. I mean, they're not worth that much, but we'll probably just go use those now before I go to bed. But basically just got 87, just hit 4 million experience. And yeah.